If you don't know, I started 2019 with this grand idea without actually making a plan for how I was going to execute this. I thought it would be a great idea to try and read the entire Wheel of Time series, 14 books, 14 big books, in a year. And I read 2. So that didn't go as planned. Or rather, there wasn't a plan, so it just didn't happen. There are a variety of reasons that I don't want to get into, but probably the biggest reason is I was not a fan of the second book. So much so that I wasn't sure I was going to continue the series, and I just assumed this is not the series for me. I don't know, I didn't like book 2. So I wasn't sure if I was going to continue. But then I saw a review, someone who was continuing the series, and they really liked the same character that I really liked. I really like Perrin. It seems a lot of people really like Perrin. The character that I don't like is Rand, and I thought that the third book was going to be all about Rand, based on how the second book was going, and I mean, because the second book is a lot of Rand, and I was like, this is a series about this character that I don't like, and I just don't want to read more of him. So I didn't really want to continue with that, hence why I did not pick up the third book right away. But when I saw that review, or I saw that person talk about reading the fourth book and really liking the fourth book and really liking Perrin, I thought I can get through the third book to get to the fourth book. But then I started the third book, and I am how many pages through? 434 pages through this book, and there have been like 10 pages about Rand, but from his perspective. That's it. It's all either Perrin or it's Egwene and her friends, and I love that. And I'm loving this third book so much more than the second book, and slightly more than the first book. So I think this one has redeemed it for me. It's redeemed the series for me. I've changed my mind so far. Since I've had a pretty up and down experience up to this point, who knows if it'll be all uphill from here, I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm liking this one. I liked this one. There were things I didn't like about it, but I liked it overall. I went back and I reread the review I did on my website just to refresh myself as to how I felt about it. I liked how spooky it was in this one. I feel like I don't feel that as much in the other ones, like the terror that was in this book, and then this one I didn't like. That's where I'm at with the Wheel of Time right now. I haven't finished it yet. My new year has started positive with the Wheel of Time. I don't own the fourth book, so hopefully that will change soon. I really would rather get it in hardcover so that it's easier to read than this paperback, which is really annoying, especially when you get to the beginning or the end. It's very annoying to read. And I can only find it in paperback locally, but maybe I'll break down and buy it online. What do you think of the Wheel of Time? Have you read it? And if you did, which ones were your favorite books? Which books do I have to look forward to? Because that will definitely help me get through any books that I'm not into. And if you haven't read it, are you considering it or not? I have a friend who thought about it for a second, but she isn't into it because it's people going on a journey with a specific goal in mind, like Lord of the Rings, like questing, and she's not super into that kind of plot line, which I understand. So is that something that you're interested or not interested in? I'd be super curious to know what your thoughts are on that. Or is it the length of the series that is keeping you from reading it? Because that kept me from reading it for a very long time, until someone let me borrow it, or just left it at my place expecting me to read it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.